Luz Maria.
Hi, I'm Coach Lisa Frank, and we have here with us today
Heather Walker.
Well, on today's episode is going to be a blast. And you know, it's such a difficult topic to talk about. Why not have a comedian with us? It's sex toys in the bedroom. So as we talk about this, anytime that you can think of something funny to say so that our listeners can really take this subject.
And this will be extremely fun because I grew up in a very repressed type of household. I've still never had the sex talk with my parents. I'm 46 years old, so I think I know how it works, but I'm not 100% sure that it's right. But we'll see what happens. It'll be great.
Totally impromptu.
Yes.
So
Heather, you're a local comedian here?
I am. I just hit my 2-year comedy anniversary in June. I've been doing small local shows. I have been to a couple different places in Atlanta and Toledo.
Okay.
Places like that. The beautiful Gary, Indiana. Yeah, it's just I've got a solid network of people that I'm with and building and growing and practicing and all that good stuff.
Yeah, from the comedy stage to the pharmaceutical industry.
Yes, I am a drug pusher by trade. And I also accidentally became a wedding officiant during the pandemic, so I marry people too.
Wow.
And if you know me being a minister is hilarious.
So you're a jack of all trades and master of some.
Master of very few, depending on the day, yes. I'm adequate at a lot of things.
Well,
you'll be more adequate after this about this topic.
Yes. I have a question just before we even get started on the topic. Do any of your jokes have to do with sex?
Sometimes. Yeah, sometimes. I make jokes about things. But yeah, I am currently online dating, so that gives me a lot of material to work with.
Okay.
And that gives me a lot of, because a lot of men are like, hi, here's my dick. Or, hi, want to do this? Yes. So that's a lot of...
I've never done online dating, so I'm not familiar.
If you have a person, keep them, no matter what. It's rough out here in these streets. It's ridiculous. But it's very entertaining, to say the least.
Okay. Yeah. Give us a funny story so we can get comfortable in the subject of sex toys in the bedroom.
Well, sex toys in the bedroom. So I am 46 years old. I didn't really date a lot when I was younger, so I kind of bloomed later in life. And so I didn't experience the same type of sexual revolution my friends did as teenagers. I experienced that in my 30s. So a lot of things are different. All of a sudden, everybody wants to give rim jobs or get rim jobs. And whatever you're into, that's great. But I don't know how I feel about that. And a first encounter with a new person who's much younger than me, he asked me to give him a rim job, and I was like,
so can you tell the audience what a rim job is?
I was trying to
say, I've never heard that term before.
So that would be when you give analingus.
Okay.
Yes. And that's fine. I need to know a person a bit before I consider something like that. And I don't think I'll ever know a person enough
for that. Oh my God. It is such a topic. In fact, sometimes I work with couples that are interested in having anal sex and how to do it in a way that it can be enjoyable for the woman. It is not something that you just put what we see in porn, a little saliva, and there it goes, spank, there it in. And they're like, whoa.
We talked about that on the other show. Yeah. And the damage that can happen the emergency room visits.
The emotional
if
toll.
you don't understand, yeah.
And what's funny is, so I have girlfriends who are big into anal. They love anal. That's their favorite thing. I have other friends who are like, don't look at me with that thing. And then I have a gay best friend. So I know a little more about things than probably your standard straight woman. So I hear lots of stories.
Oh, yeah, there's lots of stories, and we did talk about that. So toys play a big role in the bedroom nowadays. And in fact, the reason, sex toys were invented was for women. And it's because this was in the late 1800s, and the women were actually were seen as crazy. So they would actually go to the doctors, and in order to deal with women's character and personality, and they actually would masturbate them so they would orgasm. This is in the 1800s.
In the doctor's office?
In the this was a women to deal with women's character.
Okay.
And this is in the late 1800s. That's when the sex toys. So the doctors, so all of a sudden you had these long lines going out the door.
I mean, okay. Fair.
So but it wasn't seen as something, it was actually seen as something medical. So the doctors would actually lift their skirts, put down their panties, masturbate the woman. She would orgasm, and the woman would feel great, and she would leave. So then there came a point where the doctors were so tired. Guess what? The first dildo was invented, a machine to help them.
That's where that came from.
That's where it came from.
So
okay.
Does the term dildo stand for anything? Is it like an acronym, or is it named after Dr. Dildo? I would really like to know
love
this.
it. That's a great question.
That's a great question, and I do not know the answer.
I'm gonna mess up my algorithms on my phone when I scroll, because I'm gonna look that up.
Yes, and that's a question that I have for you, because you're a sex therapist, but then at the same time you're dealing with some addictions as well and so if this person is trying to go online to purchase sex toys, the algorithm, as she mentioned, if they have an addiction, how is that gonna,
Well, let's talk about women. There is a problem. A lot of women are substituting men for a dildo.
Okay.
They really are. There's a lot of the toys, and it's because some of these toys now are so strong that, and I can't give the names of them, but
the flower.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. They actually suck the clit, and they stimulate the clit. It's such that it actually gets the nervous system, and you have that an immense. Okay. So once you get addicted to a dildo, like the stimulator for the clit, like the flower or the rose.
I wasn't going to call it that.
I know, right?
But I got mine on Groupon.
Yeah.
I did. I love a bargain.
No,
I love a bargain. I really did. It's purple and not pink.
Yeah.
and the algorithm didn't catch you.
Groupon is its own thing.
Okay.
It is its own thing. So, and it's amazing because and I love the fact that they name it the rose, and it actually looks the rose, and they have different things, and the woman's vulva actually looks like a beautiful orchid, So we have really a big flower, a bouquet.
It's all gardening.
It's all good.
Just
it's all
gardening.
good.
That's it.
So what happens once they start actually using the dildos or the toys or something, once they're intimate with their partners, because they're so used to such deep, when they're trying to get satisfied by doing head or stimulating or licking the clitoris, they're not being satisfied because they need that deep. They can't. So it's become a real
frustration. Used to.
So men feel really frustrated because they're not satisfying their woman, and the reason they're feeling frustrated is especially if they are addicted to the toy.
Is it possible for the flower to cause nerve damage? Not that I'm worried about that, but I've heard crybaby men on my timeline say that the flower causes nerve damage, and so all women are going to be broken and blah blah.
So
no,
can
it
you
does
tell
not.
me what the flower is? Like,
Yes.
I've heard dildo. I've never heard about a flower.
It's like a little bulb. It's a little bulb.
Okay.
And the top of the little bulb, it has like the like petal, the shape of the flower.
Oh, okay.
And right in the middle, there's one that has the tongue. like a little tongue, and it actually stimulates. Or there's another one that has a little hole where you actually put the clit, and it sucks it, and you turn on, and it's got so many levels.
So basically, a dildo is insertion, but that one is to mimic oral sex.
Oh, it doesn't mimic oral sex, but it's the But
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
2 seconds, you're good. I don't have time to mess around. Let me knock this out. I'm ready to go on with my day.
It is pretty quick. It is really quick. So for some women, I do recommend it when they are really so disconnected from their body and they need to get their body connected and feel, there's some nerve damage, but not due to, see if that can bring about some sensations, and of course there's a whole other practice, but you can actually,
people have nerve damage down there, not from the
not from the toys, but it's generally from other things like injury, like different physical injury that you could actually have. Okay. And then the nerve damage is not just local; it's a huge nerve that goes.
The vagus.
Yeah, the vagus goes. We have 2 that go to the clitoris. One that goes. Yeah, we do. Oh. Okay. And that's really important to know. So we have one that goes through the spinal cord and one through the front. And what's important to note that we have the parasympathetic that relaxes and the sympathetic that gets you going. So remember we talked about the brake and accelerator. So we have that going. So when we're actually
and then it has memory too. The vagus nerve. Okay.
Oh, yes, it does. So it's about relaxing and getting yourself in that process. And then getting your process and then getting your body actually to go. Okay. So it's kind of give and take. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's people that have spinal cord damage, but because we have another nerve, so like that connects into our different parts of our body, you can actually learn to stimulate others and have different places of orgasm. Because women don't just have orgasm in their clitoris, but that's the place where it's like the most intense, and it just makes gets you out there. But there's different areas where women have. There's about 11 areas that women can have orgasms. Yeah.
Is there such thing as like a mental orgasm?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, there is. Definitely. Lots and lots of orgasms. So the dildo or the flower or the toy is becoming the place. And it now there's a good side to that when the woman, because you have couples that are older. So now that they're older, the man cannot stimulate the woman because he gets tired. Not only does he get tired,
sometimes he's dealing with impotence.
Yeah, impotence, but not just the impotence. The woman also has a harder time getting herself there because she's going through some menopause or something physiologically. So the toy becomes like like a medication or
it's a tool. Yeah.
It's a tool, like a technology. So sometimes it actually can become like an amazing experience, and using that, especially as technology or a tool, what it will allow for a woman when she's experiencing these orgasms as she is getting older, even if she's going through menopause, you have lots of neurochemicals that we have in hormonal chemicals in our own body that are going to get released, and they do not get released unless you're in some sort of experience like that. So there's good stuff. And I think that the thing about it is is a concerning is how the toys are actually taking place of a man. Period.
Well, so many things are taking the place of intimacy and human touch because people are behind their phones more. And even when they go out to dinner or wherever, you see them talk for maybe 5 minutes and the rest of the time everybody's on their phone. So a lot of things are taking place, taking the place of intimacy and connection.
So I sometimes just recommend, the joy of the feeling of, like get down there, have them lick you, have them just, watch watch the experience of it, even if you're not orgasming, because some of the men really enjoy that process, is the smelling of the pussy, the knowing that they're licking of the pussy, playing with the pussy. It's like, man, I got to experience this with my woman. And that's
you did not just say that word.
I did.
Did.
I did.
Several times.
I do.
I was waiting for a clinical term. This is all keyword all day.
I don't know if it's going to be blip, but it is. I use that all the time. You know,
I'm messing with you.
I'm gonna be bleeped with that.
I'm messing
I
with
know. But it is. It's having fun with a little pussy back there.
I hope my granddaughter's not watching. She's gonna turn to her mom.
Not this episode. So these toys could either take two roles. It could be part of a game, you know, or because some couples, like, you know, once you're in a relationship for 5, 10, 20 years, even if your body's going, it can get boring. So you need to bring something new in the bedroom, you know. So bringing toys is one way to activate or see it or have fun. Now, also, it's really important to know you can get away.
She looks really excited for this.
I'm like, okay. Well, what we get right here now?
I know. I'm preparing myself for some sort of harness.
Oh, this is such a fun
Okay,
topic.
go ahead.
It's nothing like starting with a comedian.
I know.
Just immediately go dramatic.
She's stealing your show over there.
No, let her. She's good.
A sex comedian. I never thought about that.
I love it.
But let's say you go, because some of my clients like bring diversity. So the men are concerned about their wife or their partners, you know, whoever may be, just using some of these toys. So once the woman gets used to that, you know, just the depth of strength of the toy, you actually can go back and be able to be satisfied. But what you need to do is need to be away and not use the toy for a while.
Okay.
So once you stop using the toy anywhere, let's say for some women it may take about 3 months, for some women it may take longer, and it just what happens now, there's just kind of a dig like, oh, that feels good. They hide. They actually, like, I tell him, have you used it? And he's like, I had, you know. I do have some women like, Dr. Lewis, it feels so good. I was hiding. I said, you can't do that, because if you do that, he's not going to be able to give you some amazing oral sex. So,
Okay.
That's not where I thought we were going with that. And she started getting excited.
I'm going to need some tissue. For this
now,
one.
there's another thing, the shame. That's another conversation.
Okay.
Just even, I mean, to talk about it, and there's a shame, like even how to go to a store and buy it, how to purchase, and what's
Absolutely.
the right
Yeah.
one for you. And
Yeah.
ladies out there, if you never use one, don't start with a rose.
Please don't. Work your way up.
Work your way up.
Start
Yeah.
with a little bullety something or other.
Yes,
and
yes,
then work out from there.
Yeah, it is the bullet is the best way to get started, and use lubricants too. It's really important, because sometimes, you know, the women are not comfortable and you need to build up to something because it is a pretty deep sensation. And some women do build up really fast.
They have this store in my area called something secret. I'll leave the other part of the name out.
Uh-huh.
And for the longest time, it's just like, why are they stealing Victoria's Secret's name part of it? And what's the secret again? And then after a while, passing the sign up, I eventually figured out, that's the secret. So, but you know, that's a billboard that exists in a town that I'm often passing through. But other than that, it's not advertised. And again, like I said, if people go on that Google, they're going to start getting flooded with, you know, not just sex toys, but with people trying to sell them sex, you know.
Yeah.
So how do you avoid that, and where do you go? And
I think when you're going to purchase, there's some places that are safer to go. I actually sometimes go with my clients. They do not know what to choose. They're very afraid. They want to get started. So I walk with my clients in stores.
wow.
I do. And then we go in and talk about them, which is the one and what is it they're trying to achieve. And So yeah,
I know
do.
the salespeople must love you.
Yeah, they know me.
Dr. Lewis
You have a
is back.
subscription and a discount at the store too.
Actually, I've given.
It's a whole
Use
little
it when you go in there. Use Dr. Luce as a code when you go to checkout.
buy one get one.
Oh, this is so much fun. Oh my God. So, what was we talking about?
We were
were
in the
talking
store
about you
with
being-
the coupon code for the
About you being a low key dildo peddler.
Yes.
I actually even do workshop. I've done workshops inside the stores for
That's
for the community.
That's
Yeah.
smart. That's
No,
Yeah.
I've actually
smart.
have done. They have actually had me go.
And has the demand been, has the turnout been good for those?
Yes, and in fact, it's really because it's educational. But it's not just on the toys. They'll give me a topic,
Okay.
and we'll create a topic. And then inside the store, if they have, or anywhere close to, I mean, I'm here in Indiana, maybe in the future, one of these stores, but bring education in it. It's
Yeah.
not,
Right.
it's not with the
Yeah.
intention, because there's other toys like are very helpful for men as they get older. And one of the things is called a ring. And what the ring does, it puts pressure at the bottom of the penis, so it helps them maintain that blood flow, and that just makes it very erotic for them and
Yeah.
makes it very joyful. And
Yeah.
then some women feel uncomfortable. He's using the ring. I'm not good enough for him, and it's like it's nothing to do with any of that.
Yeah.
So
It's
it's
not about you all the time. Like,
When I was doing the research for the show, I actually saw that one.
Yeah.
But it was actually one that when I was talking one point to the pelvic physical therapist, she mentioned it, and it looks like a thinner, but when this toy came up, it showed that it could go around the man's
yes.
penis, but it also showed that the woman can insert it in while they're
Yes.
while he's penetrating her
Yeah.
too for stimulation.
Yes, because one of the things that happens is the walls of the vagina of the woman and the muscles start loosening up. So it's really important to use your Kegels so you can squeeze. But don't over squeeze, lady, because then you get it. You just
You on your own with it.
no, because you squeeze, you just push it out too much.
Oh.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Once your pelvic floor is like
Oh,
really,
okay. You're
really
talking-
strong.
yeah, that's right.
So what it does is when you have the penetration,
Yeah.
and then the men's going in there. Maybe at the beginning is kind of feel. So it's a really good feeling for the woman because you can really feel the man's penis inside, and also when there's that movement. But sometimes you squeeze it so hard you can't go back in.
He's hitting a brick wall.
Yes, he is pretty much. So you have to learn how to let it go and play in and out, so it becomes a joyful experience. So
I was introduced to sex toys at a home party because I
They
was
used to do that a lot.
always scared to go into those stores because you hear all the stories about the creepy back room with the weirdos jerking off, whatever.
yes,
But-
they do have that.
and I've been in a few stores, but I've never paid attention to that. I just know one store I won't go upstairs because I'm afraid that's what that is. But I found it extremely helpful to learn to be educated at these sex toy parties.
Yes.
Like I learned the tip of our nose has the same amount of like nerve endings as our clit. So put everything up to the end of your nose, you're gonna know what it feels like. I learned that. I felt like a sexpert when I finished. Because everybody's like,
No. No,
has anybody ever been to one of these parties? Yes, I know if you do this, like if you put that at the end of your nose, you're getting a good idea about how it feels, and it helps loosen other people up.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because I did not grow up in a sex positive house. So you don't talk about
Right.
it, you don't
right.
you don't do anything. So figuring all this out as an adult is sometimes fun, sometimes difficult, sometimes scary. So I felt comfortable doing that, and I did like again, part of the shame, you go into
Yes.
another room to order whatever stuff you're going to get so your friends don't know and can't tease you about it.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's really good to go with someone, be educated in what really meets your needs and your curiosity too. Like, I want to try something and I'm really curious. And then there's some other toys that really help to bring the blood flow to the vulva and to the clit. There's a lot of suction stuff because part of orgasming and part of is having blood, and people that start having circulation problems, that really affects them. So there's all these toys that help the suction and bring it at that. And there's, of course, there's a lot of yoga, and there's so many things. But we got 5 more minutes.
I have one question.
The party just getting started, but go ahead.
I know mental blocks, sometimes mental spaces cause problems for women to be able to orgasm, or anyone to be able to orgasm, but we're worried about women right now.
Yeah.
Do toys help with that aspect, or is it just kind of you have to get this right before you can get that right?
Toys do help, and the reason, if you're by yourself, and the reason is because you got to feel safe. What gets you away from being in your head is when you feel safe, and you really are connected to the experience. Sex and the orgasms, even if it's a brain activity that it gets started in the brain, it is also a body. So it's a communication between the brain and the body.
Okay.
So when you are actually, thinking of something else, you have the forebrain, which is the orchestrator of the whole brain, and it disconnects from the pleasure area.
Okay.
Once you're in the experience of the pleasure, you're actually in the midbrain. And once you're in the midbrain, you actually disconnect from the orchestrator. So it's get out the way. It's my body is totally in charge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it has to have. So as soon as you start thinking, oh my God, I gotta do this tomorrow, or whatever your brain goes, it just disconnects because there's actually connections inside.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like going to a different freeway. You're no longer going to your, your destination. So this is really exciting. So I can go on and on and on. I love my job. So
we see that.
I do love my
So
job.
how much of a kickback do you get from the sex?
That's what I want to know. Like, that could use code Dr. Luz when you're shopping.
No,
boxes together?
Actually no. But I think one of the things I will be creating is on my website. I have some things where it makes it safer for women. I can actually direct them, or even for couples, not just women, men. Like for men also, it's part of the joy. So.
Yeah.
So we got 4 minutes to wrap up. Anyway, this is so much fun.
This has been a lot of fun.
It really has.
Especially for being blindsided when I walked in the studio talking about sex toys. Okay.
Now you got some more material.
I really do. I'll be incorporating Sexpert into my set somewhere.
In there. Or give me a call and we'll talk
about So, Dr. Luz, you want to tell people where they can find you? Because I'm sure there's going to be something.
Yes. You can go on my website, and it's Discover Passion with Dr. Luz, LUZ.com. Okay. So it's www.discoverpassionwithdrluz. And once you go on my website, you can actually set up a 30-minute discovery call with me. I work across the country. I'm on Zoom, and also other countries as well. So it's not just here. Yeah, I have clients other countries.
Do you, just for people, do you accept insurance? Like, is that
no,
something?
No, when you work across the states, you have to be. You become a coach.
Oh, okay.
And then the insurances won't pick you up. Yeah,
insurance is a beast.
Yeah, but I actually have a sliding scale.
Okay.
I have a sliding scale. So, we can work. So, just wrap this thing up here, Lisa.
Okay, so the insurance companies are not going to pay for your sex therapy.
I think that's good to know.
Yes, it is.
And Heather, where can people follow you with their comedy or some comedy?
You can find me on Facebook under Heather Walker, or Instagram, HDubOnDubs, just like it sounds. It's a nickname from a former boss that's stuck. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm all over. I'm easy to find.
Okay. All right. All right. So I'm Coach Lisa Frank, and this has been another great episode with
Heather Walker
and
Dr. Luz
on
Different Voices.
Different Voices.